Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the CSTV. I'm your host Kathleen Egaltoto, Madam CS, and this is The Striker. The Striker today leads us to comedy, all artists in Kenya's political space. And with me today is Mr. Wamkoya. Nimemwita hapa tupige story. Hata we tujoin tupige story hapo chini. Andika your opinion, peana your comment, like this video and share it. Na haka kastori kaende kakienda. Mr. Wamkoya, mambo?
Poa sana.
Uko aje?
Uko vizuri sana.
Karibu to the CSTV, and of course we are the #1 online show that deals with issues to do with security, violence, terrorism, gender, women and another pressing issue that is facing the global south. Na leo hii nimekuita tupige hii story kwa sababu manze Madam CS hapa anashangaa kunaenda aje huko nje. Now Mr. Wamkoya, yes. We know this year we are going for elections in the country. And among the people who have expressed their wish to lead this country politically are the people from the comedy and the music industry. The people like Imani Chalango, Bahati, MC Chezi, Preso, you know, they have come out to say they are learning for failures political posts. However, this expression has elicited a number of all diverse reactions from the citizenry, especially in the social media. Niliona wakati Bahati alisema anataka kulan for Matare, manzi alipiwa vita hapo, watu walikuwa wanaongea vibaya eti unadhani unaweza toa hiyo crowd yako ya comedy upeleke parliament, wengine wakisema it's going to be a parliament of comedians. Kenya we talk a lot. Why do you think, like, what do you think of these particular people, like the comedians and the musicians vying for these positions? Do you think they have a calling, like they really want to serve the people? Do you think like it's because of COVID-19 ilituonyesha the industry na isasimama, so let's diversify our ways? Or do you think it's just peer pressure?
First of all, thank you for having me. I try to think that whenever we are judging people in entertainment industry, we are usually very, very harsh with them. You see, like when you say that people are saying that tutakuwa na bunge lenye litakuwa limejaa comedians, I wonder why people don't say tutakuwa na bunge lenye limejaa walimu, because teachers are resigning from schools coming to politics. We are seeing people in the Department of Law resigning from their jobs coming to politics, and people don't say that. So I think we fail to understand that entertainment industry is just a profession like any other, and these people are learned. When you go and search each of their profiles, you will see that ni watu wameenda shule wamesoma, but they have decided to use their talents. And then secondly, we tend also not to put a line between the comedian and the real person. Remember, a person like Jalango behaves like Jalango because that is his stage name, and he has to appear like a joker because he's doing jokes. A person like Will Paul has to behave like Will Paul because that is his stage name. And a person like Bahati has to behave like mtoto wa Diana because that is his stage name na inampush kwa hiyo industry. But we tend to forget that behind that Jalango, we have Felix Oduor. Behind that mtoto wa Diana, we have Kevin Bahati. Behind that Will Pose, we have Abubakari. So we tend not to we as in fact we refuse. Tuko na wivu sana sisi wenye tuko the common citizenry. We refuse to draw that line so that ndo tuwaponde. Remember, most of these people in the entertainment industry wametoka from the law families. Ukiangalia Jalango was a fisherman in Homa Bay. Ukiangalia Will Paul na Bahati, they have been watoto wenye wana grow in children's home wakikuwa huko chini kabisa. So they have used their talents to be elevated, and sasa wanataka kuingia into politics, na sisi the common citizen na hii wivu yetu atuwapei peace, tunasema hawawezi, tunataka bunge la musicians and comedians. Surely that's not fair.
Wow. Wakenya tuache wivu, Mr. Wamkoya is telling us Wakenya tuache wivu, and I think I agree with you, because most of the people that are from the comedy industry or from the artist industry actually who wants to join politics, these are youths, and majority of them, when they give their stories, wametoka mbali, they have fought to be where they are. They refused to remain down there. Let me use that particular term. They refused to be paid once a month. They refused to steer people's agenda forward when their own goals are down there. They refused. They decided to do something different. And manse saizi wako huku juu, and they have decided, let's do what? Let's into politics. But hatutaki kuona that the fact that they have worked so hard to raise even their brand name, they can work so hard to raise the brand name of Kenya. You know, why are we not able to see that? And for me, I'm like, Mr. Wamkoya, we have had some musicians in Kenya Parliament already. A good example is the Kigeugeu hitter, Chawa. You know, why is it that we have not used, for example, Chawa as a reference point when judging these other people? Do you think that maybe those ones who are in the parliament already have failed the Kenyan citizenry? That's why the Kenyan citizenry bado iko na hiyo like hawezi fanya kitu. Do you think so?
No, because the one you have mentioned, that's Charles Njagua, aka Jaguar. When I compare him with other parliamentarians who are not from the entertainment industry, in my opinion, I think he has done better.
Okay.
Yes. So I don't know why we only single out Jaguar or people from entertainment industry, because I'm sure when you mention your MP, there's something negative that we'll have to speak about. But we forget that we only target these people in entertainment industry, that are the ones we want to throw stones at. And I still remain on my point. I think it's just wivu ya the citizenry. Wow.
And Mr. Wamkoya, sasa nikuulize tena. Another thing that actually is bringing, let me say, confusion and somehow justification of this negative reactions from the people is, you know, the music industry, the comedy industry, these are industries that strive on masses, like on numbers, like how, you know, Charango, the brand is followed by so many people. Yes. But again, also in the political space, politics is a game of numbers. Do you think like it is this confusion, like perhaps the common voter thinks watu wanadhani wanaweza badilisha their YouTube views to votes, wanachidanganya? Do you think that to some extent the people who are saying no, this is not possible, have a point, or like you are just only on the flat rate that it is just with
hiyo negative energy from the common mwananchi ndio inanibo sana? Sababu remember before Jalango became Jalango, alikuwa Felix Oduor, and then akakam up na strategies akakuwa Jalango na akapata crowd. Before Kevin Bahati was mtoto wa Diana, he was Kevin Bahati the poor boy. He used some strategies zenye mwenyewe anajua, akakuwa mtoto wa Diana, akapull the crowd. So what makes you think that it will be difficult for him coming as a Kevin Bahati in political industry akatae kupull crowd? Unaona, why is it that the common citizenry hawafikiri in that line? But again, now being a little bit playing a devil's role here, unajua a person like Jalango, Will Paul, tumewajua because of the entertainment, ndio, and then we follow them because of this entertainment. So I think the best way we common citizenry inafaa to, we should advise, not even to judge. And I was seeing one of the media personalities akijaribu pia ku explain in that line, and I really agreed with him, kwamba let them not be overconfident kwamba since they have a following in their social media, or venye umesema, they have a big following based on their brand. Remember, it's not Jalango who is going on the ballot. It's not Mtoto wa Diana who is going to the ballot. It's not Will Pose who is going to the ballot. It's not MC Jesse who is going to the ballot. So let them not be overconfident. Let them know that, yeah, social media and voting is different. So hii itakuwa so important, so that whenever they go to that ballot, wakifail wasikuwa na depression because waseme, how come I have 1 million subscribers and I was not able to get 1,000 votes? Unaona, sasa if we come in advising them, it will be better for them for preparedness, lakini tusikuwe tunawajaji ati hawawezi.
So Mr. Wamkoya is saying that actually what we are supposed to do is to remind our brothers and sisters in the comedy and music industry who are going for these posts that actually, yes, you have a huge following maybe in YouTube, in your social media, but this one does not necessarily transform into voters when you uko nao. So just in case you go uko na kukwe kubaya, we bado tutakupenda. Manichalanga, if you go there and things don't work as you need, sisi bado tunakuchwa kama Manichalanga and still will continue supporting you. The same applies to Bahati, MC Cheze and so forth. And for me, Mr. Wamkoya, to an extent, I try to agree with people who are talking about in numbers, in terms of the numbers in the comedy industry and the numbers in the political industry. And this is my take. Perhaps we can also bring out your take and we see it. You know, me as a YouTuber, for example, I have supporters not from my own constituency. You know, I have supporters but from my home constituency. Like sometimes even people at home, they are not supporting you. Most of the people who are following in YouTube, some are even Kenyan diaspora. Those who have not even have a chance to come and do what and vote. So you may find that you as a comedian or you as a musician, you have a lot of following, but these people are not necessarily from where you are going to do what to fight for a political position. And you know, even if these people are Kenyans, they don't come, for example, from Matale for Bahati or from Rangata for MC for Chalango or from Meru for MC Chesi, you know. So, and you are not going to tell them, you know, you my followers now move from Kisii and come to Meru and register as a voter to vote for me. I think that's where those people are talking about the discrepancy between these two numbers in the comedy and in the political space comes in. That yes, in the comedy industries, ukona followers, but remember these followers are from all over the country and from all over the world. And what is making these numbers follow you? It is that brand name, Charango. You know, that thing, Bahati. You know that thing, MC, Cheze mwenye anadansi, na Katumbo kwa nini? Kwa Chachili Show. Hizo vitu zote. But now ukikuja into politics, the people who are supposed to vote for you are the people on the ground. You know, wale watu wa iyo locality. So what will sell you outside there? It's not the jokes, it's not the songs, you know. It is the manifesto, the vision you have for that particular place. But that one does not give us a chance as their followers in the social media kuwa troll, kuwa tusi, and to kill their morale, because I think there's always a first time for everybody. And maybe to close the show, what advice could you give to the Kenyans wenye wakona negative energy to others when they are making a step, especially our brothers and sisters in the comedy industry who are trying to diversify their careers to something else?
Thank you. So you said that you are giving an opinion, and I also give my opinion on the same. You see, if you are a comedian and you have been able to pull a crowd from other places, maybe all over the world, and then people are telling you that now you appeal to people abroad or in other counties, why don't you see that this person has grown in a manner that he can appeal to people outside his locality? Yeah, you know, charity begins at home. I can put it this way: if he has been able to sell outside his locality, it will be easier for him to sell in his locality. You see, and that is a point that many Kenyans don't want to think because of their negativity. And on my advice, as you have said, first of all, I want to encourage comedians and musicians in the Kenyan entertainment industry, especially ladies, the legs of Mamito, Awinja, Akode, and many others, also to join their male counterparts in seeking these political seats. I tend to think that most of our celebs in entertainment have come from nothing to something, from grass to grace. And I feel like when they get these opportunities, I tend to think that they can do something different from the status quo. Secondly, I always, just as you have said, I support you that for me, any youth, wherever you are, I'll always support you. Because as you've said, when Eric Omondi was pushing play to 75% of Kenyan music or Kenyan content, you see only the parliamentarians who were youth are the ones who were journeying with him. They didn't even care whether they were Jubilee, whether they were ODM, whether they were Wiper, NC, they didn't care. So their political party was youth. So for me, wherever you are, whether you are Mama Mboga, whether you are boda, comedian, with a cause, without a cause, with a profession, without a profession, and you are a youth, I will not even think twice. I'll always support you, and I'll always tell people to vote for you, because we are tired of being told that the future of the youth is tomorrow. For me, I always believe the future of the youth is today.
Thank you so much, Mr. Wamkoya. And you guys, you have heard this. Whenever you see a youth vying for a political position and you are a youth, tafadhali mupigie kura. It doesn't matter where this youth comes from. It doesn't matter eti sijui ni wa ODM, sijui ni wa UDA. No. When you see a youth, just make sure you as a youth is your political party. This is the only way we can be able to make our way to the higher decision making tables. That's how we can be able to sit with the big boys and the big girls and make decisions for this country. Imagine there's no way the elderly are going to make decisions for us because there's an intergenerational gap. What is affecting them is not what is affecting us. You know, somebody like Bahati kutoka Matale anajua ameka hiyo Matale live venye amepitia, ameassociate na hao vijana wa mtaani wa Matale, anajua venye wanaishi. It will be so different with somebody who is very old and maybe does not know even how Matale operates. Maybe anakujanga Matale tu time mwenye anatafuta kura. You know, Manicharango is somebody who has grown from nothing to something. He can understand and relate the problems of the youths in this country. We are not saying that they are going to be the rabid game changers, but you know what? Them being there, it is the starting of a journey towards the inclusion of our youth in political processes. Like, we are not going to be the passive beneficiaries of decisions that we don't make. No, wacha waende huko watuangushe ndio tuseme tuliwaweka wakatuangusha. Instead tunawatrash before hata wafike huko. Otherwise, leave your comment down there. What do you think of our comedians and musicians entering into the political space to fight for positions? And what do you have to tell them concerning their moves? Otherwise, let's meet next time. This is the striker, Madam C, as and today with me, I had my guest here, Mr. Wamkoya. We meet next time and it will be more real and raw. Thank you so much.